is not easy. In a bureaucracy, underline the word bureaucracy. What is the idiom you have to think of? Please write red tape. You can also write red tapeism. Means bureaucratic hurdles. What is the meaning of red tapeism? Bureaucratic hurdles. In a bureaucracy where have become the norm. Underline the word norm. Norm means a standard. Genuine progress is often overshadowed by tactical maneuvering. Tactics, you know, something like a skill or strategy. Maneuver to manage to do something cleverly. And superficial alliances. But you should understand the context talks about something positive or negative. In a bureaucracy where have become the norm. What has become norm? Something positive or something negative? Something negative, because all the options are positive or negative. Obviously negative. Are you guys listening to me? Why no expression? Enticing favors. Entice means attract, appeal, right? The meaning. Enticing, right? Lure, attract, appeal. In a bureaucracy where appealing or favors means what? Offering favors. What it means here, enticing favors means attractive favors. They have become the norm. That means positive or negative. Bureaucracy, why should they do favors? Why should they offer something to get the work done? Sentence talks about something like corruption. It is completely negative. And one clue for you, all the options go with the same idea. Words have been changed. What is the second option here? Coaxing benefits. Cajole, coax, both mean the same. Persuade someone to get the work done. How do they do that? By offering benefits, by offering gains. In a nutshell, the sentence talks about bribing someone to get the work done. That has become the standard. That has become the norm. Have you got it? And all the three mean the same. That means what is the answer? This is the easiest one in my opinion, because two reasons. One reason, enticing favors, benefits, gains. One way you can think logically and tell yourself. And second one, context talks about bureaucracy. It's common sense today. Corruption is rampant or not rampant? Write the word rampant. Widespread. Please write the meaning. Rampant corruption means what? Widespread corruption. And also you have a clue that they are negative. Underline the words, genuine progress is often overshadowed. Progress is overshadowed means positive or negative. How is the progress overshadowed? By giving bribes, obviously, sheer common sense. I hope you all agree now. In public significance, this is quite challenging. In public significance, what is the meaning of significance? Important. Something transforms critical engagement into a spectacle devoid of depth or sincerity. This also talks about a negative context. What is the clue for you? Underline spectacle devoid of depth or sincerity. Devoid means what? Write the meaning, lack of. Devoid of depth or sincerity. That means negative or positive? Obviously negative. And all the options here, what is the first one? Pale, positive or negative? Faints, positive or negative? Blanch also means a pale, positive or negative? Entire context is negative. What is the first one here? Platitude. Write the meaning of platitude. Usually it's a saying or a moral that is too common. Something too common, we use the word platitude. Something is too common, value is there or no value? No value, obviously. Inanity is something like nonsense. Have you copied that? Write the meaning of inanity. Nonsense or something that is not acceptable. Nonsense means what? Sensible, not sensible. With sense, no sense. Negative word or positive word? But here we have one positive word. What is a positive word? Profound, we have got many a time. What is the meaning of that? Deep understanding. Deep understanding. And what is a typical combination? Profound knowledge. Profound knowledge means deep knowledge. Have you got it? And that pales. But here, platitude, negative. Inanity, negative. Profoundness, positive. I may explain you people, but you are the guys who took the test under pressure. And analysis this way, 2 options negative, 1 option positive word, and the second part is negative, all the 3. Perhaps the answer could be, because the sentence is a short sentence and only 1 clue here, something negative, then 2 at least go hand in hand. What are the 2 that go hand in hand? 1 and 2. And what is the odd one here? 1 word is a odd man out. Which one is that? Profoundness. Based on that, at least you should have thought, what is the answer? 1 and 2. Who has chosen 1 and 2? That is outstanding under pressure, not at all easy. But on what basis you don't consider the third one, tell me? Because of 1 word. Which word is that? Profoundness. All said and done, first one is easy, second one is difficult. Shall we go to the third one? This is rather easy. Easiest is this one, not the first one, this is the easiest one. The global demand for energy is dramatically over the next decade, driven by advancements in industrialization and population growth. Now, if you read articles regularly, demand for energy, common sense, increases or decreases? Increases, you all know that. And what is the first option? Expected is shoot up, increase. What is the third option? And anticipated rise, goes with the context. What is the second one? We have got the word dwindle many a time. Dwindle means what? Go down. The numbers are dwindling. I give one combination. I write this one. Dwindling numbers means what? Going up or going down. So what is the answer here? 1 and 3. I think this is easy. How many of you have got this one right? Good, fair enough. Over or we still have? The recent legislative reform is regarded as of the shifting paradigm. Paradigm means a position, change in position in governance and accountability. This is a bit difficult, but befitting expression. Befitting means appropriate. Write the meaning. What is the meaning of that word? Appropriate. Befitting expression. Second one, suitable veiling. You all know the word veil. Not the same word, but we all know the word unveil. Unveil means what? Cover or uncover? Very good. But you have shown your action like covering. Anyhow, no problem. I appreciate your response. What are the other words? Unveil, make public, diverge, disclose, reveal. All these. And unveil opposite veiling means covering. Suitable veiling, becoming locution. Write the meaning of locution. You all know the root word locu. It goes with what? Talking. So related to talk. Talking. Somniloquist means what? Write this word, they have given many a time. Somniloquist. One who talks in his sleep. There is another problem. What is the other problem? Somnambulism. Write that word also. Somnambulism. One who walks in his sleep. Have you heard of this? No, sir. Somnambulism is not a problem in the real sense because someone has this problem, we close the door. Then what will happen? He will roam inside the house. Safe. Safe or not safe? Now imagine someone has a lot of secrets before marriage and has this problem. What is it? Somniloquist. In big trouble or not in big trouble? Heading for disaster. This is a bit difficult. The recent legislative reform, underline the word reform. Reform is positive or negative? Let us see what clues you can. One word, reform is positive. Befitting expression means positive or negative. Appropriate expression of the shifting paradigm. At least you should understand that. You can consider the first option. but suitable veiling. Veiling means covering, positive or negative. Becoming locution does not seem appropriate here because it goes with talk. But first one you're damn sure. I hope you all agree. How many options with one? One and, no, two are there. One and three and only one. And here you cannot consider. Very difficult in my opinion because the recent legislative reform is regarded as a becoming locution. As a becoming locution, is it grammatically correct? Answer my question. Had it been, is regarded as becoming something, acceptable grammatically speaking. But can you use the word indefinite article a before becoming? That means what is the answer? Only one has to be the answer. But so much analysis can you do while taking the mock? I don't think so. Who has got this one right? Highly appreciable. Great. Have you read this passage? How many questions based on the passage? You have to respond quickly. 8 or 9 or 10? 8 questions? 10? Only 6. How come? 7. You don't have unanimity. Let me check the instructions. They have not given the instruction. Anyhow, I've been telling you guys, certain passages in the exam, actual exam also, you can answer without reading the passage. How can you do that? If you're into reading habit, you have been reading the newspaper. Today what is going on? Climate change you all know, and pollution you all know, greenhouse effect you know, greenhouse gases you know about conventional sources of energy. What are conventional sources of energy? Fossil fuels, and they are non-renewable. What are the non-conventional sources of energy? Solar energy, hydro, wind energy. They are renewable sources of energy. And today entire world talks about, based on climate change, world talks about non-renewable or renewable sources of energy. Now, renewable sources of energy developed countries have or developing countries have. Developed countries, they have to transfer the technology and they have to fund the technologies, otherwise developing countries cannot go for renewable sources of energy. This I have been telling, this is common sense. What is common sense here? Developing countries want two things from the developed countries. One is they want technology transfer. Second one, they need the funds to for the transition. Once you know this, many questions you can answer. Shall I read the first one? What principle from climate change negotiations does India echo in its proposal? We can take elimination approach. Developed countries should bear the brunt of the plastic waste problem. Will they accept? Underline the expression bear the brunt. Means take the major responsibility, one meaning. Face the major problem. Please write face. Here, face the major criticism. Face the major problem. Or face the problem to the maximum extent. Imagine something went wrong. Someone had to face only 20%. I had to face 80%. Then what do I say? I had to bear the brunt of the problem. Means I had to take the major negative impact. Have you got it? Technology transfer from developed countries to developing nations should respect what? Can they simply transfer like that? Or they have to consider the conditions, prevailing conditions in that particular country. They have to consider the prevailing conditions or prevailing circumstances or situation. You can hold the second one. What is the third one? Developing countries should not have to implement any control measures. Not at all relevant. Developing countries should only receive financial support, not technology. Without technology, how can they change from conventional to non-conventional? Impossible. Technology is a major thing. And technology know-how. What is the meaning of the expression technology know-how? Means you should know how to use the technology. They may transfer the technology. Do you think third world countries can deal with the technology once they get it? No, someone has to come and train them. They have to know the know-how. So what is the answer based on sheer common sense? You don't have to read the passage for that. It is based on your general awareness. Based on the passage, what does the author imply about India's approach to the global plastics treaty or negotiations? India is taking a leading role in advocating for a global consensus without focusing on national circumstances. Will India do that? What is the top priority for India? Any country for that matter. National interest or international interest? India is focusing on ensuring that developed countries bear the full burden of the plastic waste issue. India is emphasizing the need for inclusivity, underline that word, transparency, and compensation for developing countries to adopt control measures. This seems right or wrong? For this, you don't have to read the passage. Common sense you can answer. What is the fourth option? Rapid conclusion of the treaty. Why will India do that? India doesn't want to be hasty. So what is the answer based on that? So far I have read out 3 questions. For all the 3 questions, you don't have to read the passage. Sheer common sense you can answer. Shall I go to the 4th one? What key challenge in the negotiations is highlighted regarding the definition of terms? For this you have to read the passage. In the passage, one particular sentence talks about there is no consensus regarding the definition of the word plastic. Have you noticed it? What is the first option? The definition of plastic has already been agreed upon? No. There is a disagreement over the meaning of developing countries? No. All terms related to plastic waste are clearly mentioned? No. There is no consensus on the definition of the term plastic in the treaty, categorically mentioned in the passage. Explicit or implicit? Explicit. Once you read, you will be able to. And this you have to read. You cannot answer just like that. What is India's stance? Underline the word stance. What does it mean? Stand. What is India's stance on the speed of negotiations as expressed during the verbal interventions? India favors speed or doesn't favor speed? Favor speed? No. Speed should be prioritized over consensus? No. Transparency and inclusivity should be sacrificed for faster negotiations? No. India supports a rapid conclusion of negotiations at all costs? No. What is the 4th one? India advocates for a balance between speed and the spirit of consensus, inclusivity, and transparency. For this also you don't have to read the passage. You can answer without reading the passage. Based on what? Sheer common sense. Which of the following is closest synonym for the word substantive? I always tell students, if you read the Hindu for 6 months without giving a break, your English proficiency will improve substantially. What is the meaning of substantially? Considerably. Substantial means important, not important. Essential, not essential. So what is the first one here? Insignificant. You need a positive word or negative word. Preliminary is also in a way negative. What is the third option? Temporary is positive or negative. Symbolic is not relevant here. So what is the answer? Substantive, essential. What is the other word for essential? Write the word indispensable. Something is indispensable means what? Essential. You cannot do without that. I tell students, you cannot think of your preparation without what? You all got the music, tune. You know the tune. Let us go to the next one. This is a good question. Those who are good at English, they can answer. Others cannot answer. If you read, first you write the word rain. Rain, how many of you know the meaning? Raise your hands. Okay. Please write. What is it? A rule. One of the meanings is a rule. Have you written? Once you know that, what is the question here? Which of the following phrases can replace raining in plastic waste in the context of the passage? Raining in plastic waste means controlling plastic waste. What does it mean? Controlling plastic waste. Can you use the word encouraging, reducing, managing, recycling? No. It goes with waste. So what is the 4th option? Have you chosen that? This is an easy one to some extent. Select the correct option that fit the blank given in the passage. Where is this? More ambitiously, the treaty aims at having countries cut the production of plastic itself, and as a consequence, plastic polymers, which are components of most products, modern economies. You have to think of words like support modern economies, or provide some sort of raw material to the modern economies. Perhaps this is a bit difficult. Prancing, posing, bearing, strutting. Imagine you don't know all these words. What is the fifth option? If you guys remember, we have already got this. Does it sound familiar? I'm sure you guys have written undergirding means what? Supporting, providing the foundation. Please write the meaning. Provide the foundation. Provide the foundation. So what is the answer based on that? Products undergirding modern economies means providing the foundation for modern economies. How many of you have got this one, fifth option? Okay. But why only a few? I'm rather surprised. Anyhow, shall we go to the next one? Hold those words, we'll see later. And have you worked on this passage? How many of you raise your hands? Hold that one because we have so many words to be given. Other questions. Choice is yours. Parajumble first or other questions first? How many of you other questions first? Raise your hands. This is a democratic country. We go with the majority. What are these about? These are quite challenging. What is the reason? Choose a sentence where the highlighted idiom is used incorrectly. I have a quick question for you, then I think you can call it a day. Underline, call it a day. There are two meanings. One meaning, stop the work for that particular day. Stop the work. What is the other meaning? Leave the profession, leave the field. Leave the field. Here field means a profession. Quit in a way. I have a quick question for you, then I think you can call it a day. Seems right or wrong? We have to think outside the box if we want to increase our market share in this competitive environment. Think outside the box is a very popular expression in the corporate world. Think creatively, very good. And this was given by Edward D. Bono. Have you heard of his name any time? He is the one, he talked about different types of hats. And he talks about thinking outside the box. In a way, it means what? Thinking creatively, thinking differently. And they give the examples like if you take a pin. I'm not an artist, I don't want to draw. A pin can be used so many ways, yes or no? If you think of a pin, only one use comes to your mind. But if you think out of the box, you think of other uses of the pin. Have you got it? Fine. Used in the corporate world. That seems right or wrong? Right? What is the third one? The bank's decision to close several branches has completely thrown in the towel on their expansion plans. Write the meaning of throw in the towel means it goes with, first you write the word boxers. Goes with whom? Boxers. And it means accept defeat. In a way you can consider, but here we are talking about defeat. Are we talking about something like defeat? Please respond. Let us see the fourth one. Despite several failures, the team remained determined and decided to give it their all. Grammatically it seems a little wrong, but give it their all, perhaps it means the best. That seems right. And the key says something is wrong with the third option, but has completely thrown in the towel on the expansion plans. Underline expansion plans. Better idiom would have been, please write this one, throw a wet blanket. Have you heard of this any time? I hope the mic is on. Wet blanket. Throw a wet blanket means disappoint someone, discourage someone, and take away the spirit of someone, take away the motivation of someone. Sometimes what happens, you come up with a project with so much excitement you want to share. And some people, they always try to talk negatively. What is the attitude called? Pessimistic or cynical. Then we say he is a wet blanket, she is a wet blanket. What does it mean? Always encouraging or discouraging? That would have been a better idiom. So what is the answer here? Third option is the answer because they want incorrectly. After months of working late nights, Sarah decided to burn the midnight oil to complete her report. What is the meaning of midnight oil? Burn the midnight oil. Many of you burn the midnight oil. What does it mean? Please write. Work or study late night. But already first part talks about the same thing. We'll see. After months of working late nights, Sarah decided to burn the midnight oil to complete her report. They mean the same. Hold that one. The team was given a difficult task, but they decided to face the music and tackle it head on. Write the meaning of face the music. Very good. Face the consequences. Hold this also. The manager's decision to accept their new proposal has turned the tables on their competitors, giving them the upper hand. Turn the tables means change the position. Positive to negative or negative to positive. Have you got it? Please write. Turn the tables. Change the positions. Have you got it? This also seems right. What is the next one? With a new product launch approaching, they decided to let the cat out of the bag and announce it early. But this context goes with personal or corporate. Underline product launch. And what is the meaning of let the cat out of the bag? Very good. Reveal the secret. There's nothing secrecy here. It doesn't go with the corporate world. It doesn't go with product launch. It doesn't go with the context. So what is the answer based on that? Have you chosen the fourth option? No. How many of you have chosen the fourth option? Why? On what basis? Contextually relevant or not relevant? It is not a secret. Product launch cannot be a secret. Only thing, product launch, they try to do it with fanfare, with a lot of publicity. They call a minister, they call the prime minister, they launch the product, or a celebrity. It is not that you can use revealing a secret, not relevant here. Shall we go to the next set of questions? Idioms, how many questions? Only 2. But how many idioms you have to know? That's what. Nowadays, you must have noticed, many of you came for IBPS papers. Now you are coming for SBI papers. Have you seen any difference? What is the difference? Those easy or these easy? Those damn easy. Now, if you compare, what will you say? Sir, those are damn easy. What are these questions? We are not able to reach. That's what I have been telling you guys. Never feel happy when you come across easy papers. It is like you're fooling yourself. What is it? You're fooling yourself. Always expect tough papers. Paper that makes you think, that puts you on you'll be on your toes. Means, my goodness, what are these questions? I've been spending so much time and so many words. Today, if you look at the questions, I think 20 after that, 5 options, almost all the words you have to refer the dictionary, yes or no? How many questions? 4 or 5 questions? 3 plus 3, I think. Synonyms, antonyms. 6 into 5, how many words? Solid 30 words. The CEO's perspicacious, have I skipped? The audacious decision. Underline the word audacious. It has, in English there is a problem. What is a problem? English itself is a problem, sir. Some words have positive connotation. Some words have at the same time negative connotation. How is it? That is English. We have to accept, respect and move on. Write the first, audacity. What an audacity. We use it in negative sense. Audacity means arrogance. What is the meaning of that? Arrogance. Arrogance, positive or negative? Obviously negative. But here audacious is positive or negative? So what is the meaning, other meaning? Bold. Bold is positive. Have you got it? Same word, positive meaning, negative meaning. How can you say it is positive? The audacious decision to invest in the failing company paid off. Underline paid off. Means has been profitable or positive. Has made a positive impact. Has been something. I hope you guys are writing. His risk has paid off. Means what? He got positive result or negative result? Positive result. So context is positive or negative. And there is a same meaning, synonym. What is it? Intrepid. Write the meaning. It also means bold. Audacious, bold decision. And intrepid, bold. They want synonym or opposite? Best fits the meaning. So how many of you have chosen this fourth option? Let us look at the options, meanings of the words quickly. Impetuous means impulsive. Have you said that? Write the meaning, impulsive. You know, impulsive behavior. Without thinking, you do something. Some people go to a shop, they see a product, they get attracted, they don't look at to what extent it is worth, they buy immediately. That is impulsive shopping. Shopping is usually impulsive, I suppose. Rhapsodic means extremely happy, excited, a positive word, full of excitement. Incensed means, I hope you are writing immediately because so many words, anger, angry. Incensed means what? And this is also a positive word, I suppose, check later. But what is the answer here? Fourth option is the answer. Shall we go to the next one? The CEO's perspicacious insights. Insight, positive or negative? We have got so many times. What is the meaning of insight? Deep understanding into market trends help the company thrive. Write the meaning of, write one expression. Thriving business means doing well, not doing well. Means the sentence is positive or negative? Positive. Have you copied thriving business? Doing well. Companies thrive. What is the first one? Please write the meaning to walk. To walk heavily. You take heavy steps. We use the word. Have you copied? My only request, you have to write quickly because 3 o'clock Sudhi sir may come. I can't make him wait. Have you got it? What is the second one? Shrewd we have got many a time. Means what? One is wise, but also write the word acumen. Shrewdness goes with business. He is a shrewd businessman. Means clever, wise, but better words are what? He has business acumen. Shall I give one example? You go to a shop, you ask for a particular shampoo, that fellow doesn't have. Honest businessman, what will he say? Sorry ma'am, no, that brand we don't have. A shrewd businessman, what will he say? Ma'am, that brand has become outdated, now we have got a new brand. It is fast moving among youngsters like you. What will you do? You get tempted, not tempted. In a losing situation, it turns a losing situation into a winning situation. That is what precisely we call shrewdness. What is the next one here? Brisk goes with two different combinations. One is people like our Raghu sir. Raghu sir walks slowly or very fast? Brisk walk. He is known for what? Now he has slowed down. Sudhi sir told me once, it would be difficult to walk with him, it seems, because he would walk very fast and these guys would be behind. So one combination is what? Brisk walk means quick, very quick. It also goes with business. They are doing brisk business, means what? Very well. They are doing very fast business. Their products are selling like hot cakes. Have you heard of that? Something is selling like hot cakes. Means very popular and they are doing very fast. What is the next one? Erudite, we have got many a time. Goes with what? Intellect, knowledge. Someone has knowledge, you say intellectual. What is the other word you have to think of? Scholar, man of letters, knowledgeable person, genius, intellectual, polymath, highbrow. Please write those words. Polymath. And what is the other one? Eyebrow or highbrow? Oh, you have to be careful. These words they have given many a time, very important. Dolorous, have you heard of that any time? Means gloomy. What does it mean? Sad, gloomy. Melancholy, to be in blues. So what is the answer here? Something positive or negative? So what is the answer you have chosen? Have you chosen shrewd? Or which one? Plodding, irrelevant. What? Brisk, not correct. And insights, shrewd insights. Erudite goes with academic world. We are talking about academic world or business world. Dolorous out of context. So what is the one? Who has got this one right? Good. The causes belly. I think it's a foreign expression, but you can guess what is the word that should come to your mind. Cause. Declared by the nation marked the beginning of a prolonged conflict. At least you have to think of some word. And based on that, embroil. What is the first one? Means to get involved. To get involved in a fight. Usually it goes with a dispute. Embroiled in a war. Embroiled in a dispute. Embroiled in a conflict. Entangle also you can think of. What is the next one? Pretext means cause. Pretext means what? On the pretext of, on the reason of. Write the word reason. On the pretext of safety, they have done something. Means giving safety as a reason, they have done something. Have you got the meaning? Today, if you take Israel, on the pretext of releasing the hostages, they have been bombarding that region. Have you got the meaning? No. Veracity means truthfulness. Write the meaning. Truthfulness. Positive word, veracity. What is the next one? You have got many a time the word dissent. Dissent means what? I expect at least a few students to respond. Oppose. Dissent means going against the government. There's a dissent in the party. There's a dissent in the government. Dissent in the party means opposing the party leaders. What is the last one? Juncture. At this juncture means at this time, at this situation. At this juncture, your future is at crossroads. Means uncertain or certain? Uncertain. What is the word you can think of? Pretext. How many of you have chosen that one? Okay. The manager's inscrutable expression. First you have to know the meaning. Inscrutable means difficult to understand. Like, sometimes I wonder, when I look at you people, I wonder, your expression is inscrutable or not? Sometimes. Difficult to understand. The manager's inscrutable expression made it difficult for the team to understand his feelings. But here they want same or opposite. Here inscrutable, difficult to understand. Positive or negative? Negative. Erroneous, negative. Error. From that you get erroneous. Means what? Mistake. Please write the word mistake. Mistake. Write the word error. Write the word flaw. Unfathomable. Same meaning. Fathomable, understandable. What is opposite? Today's paper is fathomable or unfathomable? Unfathomable. Many questions not easy to understand. But write the word fathom. I can't understand what the master says, simple English. I can't make out what the master says, better. I can't figure out what the master says, American English, better. I can't fathom what the master says. most effective way to tell you're not able to understand. So write the first meaning. Fathom means what? Understand. But it is a measure. Measure of what? Depth. So please write measure of depth. 1 fathom is equivalent to 6 feet. How do you measure depth? Fathoms. 1 fathom is equivalent to 6 feet. Pellucid means a clear, transparent, translucent. Transparent is positive or negative? Clear is positive or negative? Hold that one. And what is the next one? You got to be quick, Andy, because a paper like this, imagine I have to give almost 40 words, meanings of how many words? If you take your own sweet time, it is impossible. And I see you guys not writing, then pressure on me. Somewhere something conflict. To slow down, not to slow down. If I slow down, I cannot cover all the questions. If I don't slow down, you should be able to catch up. So hope you have written. And what is the next one? I have given many a time. Damage. It goes with someone's image, reputation. Write these words quickly. His image has been tarnished. His reputation has been tarnished. Means damaged, spoiled. Timorous means something like shivering out of fear. You know the word shiver, shivering out of fear. So what opposite of that? Difficult to understand, easy to understand. What is the answer? Third option is the answer. The politician magnanimous. This we have got many a time, means write the meaning generous. Imagine you go to someone, you ask for 100 rupees, he gives 1000 rupees. Then what do you say? Simple word, generous. Better word, magnanimous. Positive word or negative word? Gesture of donating to the charity was widely praised. Entire context is positive. They want same or opposite. That means you have to think of a negative word. What is the first one? I will tell you what happens. Parsimonious negative, turbulent negative, benevolent positive, morose negative, and malleable negative or neutral also you can say. But what is the meaning of parsimonious? Quite opposite of magnanimous. Please write. Have you said stingy? Very good. Write the word stingy. Also write the word miser. Old English we would use miser. But now we say someone is rich but doesn't spend money. What do you say? Stingy fellow. That is the word we use. Is it not opposite of magnanimous? So answer is what? Turbulent we have got many a time. What does it mean? Disturbance. What is a better word? Turmoil. Try to write quickly. Benevolent is a positive word, means good. Malevolent, negative. Benevolent, positive. Morose also has a negative connotation. Malleable means, write one important word, pliable. Means can be molded. Can be what? Molded. You can change or shape something, then you say pliable or malleable. Morose, have you said the meaning? Sad. Please write the word sad. That prefix has a negative connotation in a way. But here write the word moron. What is the meaning of moron? Stupid or idiot or a dud. We don't use the word dud in this part of the world, but Westerners use the word dud. Stupid fellow, idiot. Moron also means the same. In English, there is something called puns. Pun means what? Jokes or puzzles based on homophones. Why did the moron want to catch a butterfly? Because he wanted butter. We got the joke. Okay. The borders were clearly demarcated. I think this is the easiest question. Demarcated means separated, not separated. And antonym, what is opposite? Demarcated means precise, clear. What is opposite? Imprecise. Obfuscated also means something like not clear. Write the meaning. We have got many a time. What are the other words? Please write obscure, vague, ambiguous. But you have to look at the context. We are talking about, have you copied these words? Obfuscated means not clear, obscure, vague, ambiguous. We are talking about what? Borders, precise, not precise. Demarcated, not demarcated. You cannot consider amorphous. Morph means shape, body shape. Morphology. If you talk to biology students, botany and zoology, they use the word morphology. Means studying the shape of plants or animals. And today you all know because of digital graphics, they are doing morphing. Write the word morphing. What is the meaning of morphing? Changing or not changing? So amorphous means no shape. What does it mean? If you take a microscopic organism like amoeba, amoeba has a shape or no shape? That is amorphous, no shape. Foster, you all know, means what? Encourage, take care of, develop, foster child. And prudence, important word, means what? Wise, what is the noun form? Wisdom. What is the answer here? Have you chosen the first option? Imprecise, not precise. Over. Now I think last 5 questions, 6 questions based on what? Shall we work? We have only 15 minutes. Still passage is there. 14 minutes to be specific. The proposed tax reforms cannot implement until. I wonder, the moment you read, you are disturbed, not disturbed. You have already read. When you read, you were disturbed, not disturbed. Disturbed how? What came to your mind? Active voice, passive voice, or some other topic? Here, the proposed tax reforms, they are the receivers of the action. If the subject is a receiver, sentence will be in active voice or passive voice. Then will you say cannot implement or cannot be implemented? Very good. Please write. Cannot be. You don't have to go beyond this. When you read the proposed tax reforms cannot implement, you have to stop there. We implement the reforms and those things receive action. Then what are we supposed to say? Cannot be implemented. Below you write active voice or passive voice. We cannot implement something, something cannot be implemented by us. In my opinion, easy one reading you should be able to. After that you cannot. You have to search and it is not possible under pressure. Yet he relished the freedom of those experimental years. What were those experimental years? We filmed what we liked and the minimal interfere or interference. Next second you have to think of that word. Minimal interference from the management. Here the right word, wrong form. Interfere, which word form? Right verb, very good. Interference, we have to use a noun. I don't like the management's interference. We don't say I don't like the management's interfere. This is also an easy question. I hope you all agree. At the policy framework, the decision to isolate the country was made in the middle of heated debates among the other permanent members, reflecting deep divisions on the best course of action. This is a bit difficult. The very first part, the phrase at the policy framework. At the policy framework is incomplete. We decide something in a meeting, in a conference, yes or no. So here one word is missing. Please write at the policy framework. What is the word that is missing? Meeting. At the policy framework meeting, the decision to isolate the country, after that it follows and no issue at all. At the policy framework doesn't make any sense. I hope you are listening carefully. At the policy framework doesn't mean anything. It doesn't make any sense. But if you add the word at the policy framework meeting, at the policy framework conference, it makes sense or not? This is a bit challenging in my opinion. Most of the poll respondents said, underline the word said, reporting verb is in present or past. Then the tenses change corresponding to a past tense. Most of the poll respondents said lingering means existing. Geopolitical tensions and any stricter sanctions on Iran by the Trump administration could only offer limited support to oil prices amid what? Lackluster demand. Underline the word lackluster. means not to the expected level. Imagine when I ask a question, you respond, all of you respond, then what is the word I use? Overwhelming response. Opposite, one or two students respond, then what do I say? There's one more expression, a lukewarm response. Lackluster, a lukewarm, not to the expected level. Here there is a problem, I feel. Most of the poll respondents said lingering geopolitical tensions and any stricter sanctions doesn't seem right. Perhaps the word is many stricter sanctions on Iran by the Trump administration could only offer limited support to oil prices amid lackluster demand. Any cannot be used. Any stricter sanctions is not part of the context. Do you understand what I say? Or more sanctions, more stricter sanctions, many stricter sanctions, or only stricter. Imagine lingering geopolitical tensions and stricter sanctions. That is better. What is it? One word is odd word here. What is that word? Any does not go with the context, grammatically, contextually. That is not an easy one. Shall I go to the next one? The trial judge was responsible for controlling, controlling questioning and ensuring, hold this one, that vulnerable witnesses and defendants were able to give the best evidence. Best evidence, there is nothing like best evidence. Evidence is evidence. Can you talk in terms of best or good evidence, bad evidence? That is one problem, but here I also feel, let us check to control, change this to control. The trial judge was responsible to control questioning and ensuring that vulnerable witnesses and defendants were able to give the best, in my opinion, write the word, proof, the best proof. Range is there when it comes to proof, that they could. This is, I'm not quite sure, to be very frank. Two areas are disturbing. One is, per controlling questioning seems a little odd. To control what? Questioning and ensuring. And best evidence, this expression itself, I doubt. Hold this one, I will tell you tomorrow. Remember the question. Shall we go to the next one? Individuals who were unjustly frisked and questioned. Underline who were. Immediately you have to think, it is in past active voice or passive voice. Then passive voice, any sentence, any pattern, passive voice, the main verb is always in past participle form. Based on that, will you say frisk or frisked? Question or questioned? Please change the word forms. Individuals who were unjustly frisked and questioned at the border during the height of the conflict have faced long-term repercussions, consequences, with the consequences reverberating, means echoing, for decades in their personal lives and societal standing. This is also an easy one. How many questions based on error location? 5 or 6? 6, I think. Out of 6, 1 is difficult, that judge thing. 5, 3 plus should be okay. Shall we go to the Parajumble? How much time are we left with? Where does it start? Okay. Let us take elimination approach. With technological advances, we have access to more data than ever, leading to various collection methods. Could be the first one, you cannot decide. In other applications, can you consider this as the first one? No. Having as much relevant information as possible allows companies to develop informed plans and strategies based on facts rather than making assumptions about what might work or what people could want. This seems to be the first one, main idea. Hold this one. While data collection can include complex approaches such as something, simpler strategies such as surveys still hold significant value. This also you can consider, but when you read all the parts, you don't consider that one. It is a continuation of the main idea. What is the next one here? For companies to succeed, they look for strategies to develop competitive advantages that drive growth. This is also independent statement you can consider. Can you consider F as the first one? So what is the first one here? Having as much relevant information as possible. I hope you guys are listening. Those who haven't worked also, please listen. Some insight will be provided. Having as much relevant information as possible allows companies to develop informed plans and strategies based on facts rather than what? Assumption. Assume means what? Imagine something without facts and figures about what might work, what might not work, what people could want. First one is clear. And here it talks about what is important for companies. Informed plans and strategies based on what? Facts. How do you get facts? You have to collect or you don't have to collect. Based on that, with technological advances, we have access to more data than ever, leading to various collection methods. Do you think A could be in the second position? Obviously, what is the second one here? A is the second one. Then there is a clue for you. What is the clue? Underline collection methods. Where do you see collection, the word collection? Two places, but here we'll see, here we have data collection, and that is the last one actually. Where else do you have data collection? D. While data collection can include complex approaches such as analyzing big data, access to data mining, simpler strategies, underline the word strategies, such as surveys still hold significant value. So what is the next one? There's a clue for you for the next one. What is that clue? One word. What is that word? Underline strategies. For example, for companies to succeed, here, for companies to succeed, they look for strategies to develop competitive advantages that drive growth. So what is the next one? I told you B is the last one. What is the last one here? Because it talks about in other applications. So far one application, now other application. What is the next one then? What is F? Writer is trying to substantiate. For example, collecting customer data allows businesses to learn more about their consumers and tailor offerings to better meet their needs. How many of you have got this? Raise your hands. I will rephrase my question. Babu,